Hey guys, welcome to today's little car chats. How are you guys today? I just had to stop and put air in my tire. It's not the same tire that was low like a month or so ago. It was a different tire. So I don't know if it's again because it's cold outside or what's going on. It wasn't super duper low, but it was a little low, so the sensor went off and I took care of it. Don't you guys agree that using an air machine should be free? It's like all you're giving me is air, dude. What are we doing today? We are running over to CVS because they have Wet n Wild products, buy one get one half off. And I want to get a couple of my Wet n Wild Lash-O-Matic lash kits. And for you guys that don't know, I keep the fibers and I take the mascara because I don't really care for the mascara that comes in the kit. So I take that and I have a bag of stuff that usually like quarterly or every like 4 or 5 months, I take a bag of stuff over to my local homeless shelter and donate it. It could be anything from little skincare samples that I get to, you know, anything really. Small samples of shampoo and conditioner, just stuff that I'm not going to use, and I collect it and take it to the homeless shelter. Because I always say that if a mascara or a luxury shampoo and conditioner is going to help to make someone else's day a little bit better, then I am here for it. The shelter that I go to, they do have a wing where they have women and children that reside there. And part of the arrangement, I only know this because I volunteered there and they explained it to me. Part of the arrangement is that if you're staying there, then you are actively looking for a job. And I understand that, you know, as a woman, sometimes to go out and meet with someone that's a potential employer, maybe having a lipstick or a little bit of mascara might boost your confidence and make you feel a little bit better about yourself. And I am here for it. So if I can provide stuff to them, then that's what I'm going to do. It's a small way of giving back. And yeah, it's pretty cool. So today I want to talk to you guys about, so this is going to be a little bit ranty because I'm kind of pissed off honestly about this, but I have been seeing an uptick in influencers who are traveling. It sort of seems like these influencers are saying, okay, holidays are over. We are so bored with our entitled, boring lives of making videos on YouTube that we need a break from reality, so we're going to travel. Now, I'm sure any one of you guys that's watching this video would know that to me is anxiety-inducing, frustration-inducing, because there are so many people who I've mentioned in other recent videos, people who have been locked in their homes for going on a year now, 10 months of being at home. And I'm not talking about home as in a compound like the fucking Ace family has. I'm talking about a small 1-bedroom condo, or some people who are renting a bedroom from someone in a house, locked in a basement for 10 months, not able to work a flexible schedule like I do with my employer. They are working at home every day. Some people might have immunity or immune system issues, so they are not able to go to CVS to pick up a Lash-O-Matic lash kit. or go to the grocery store and get something to cook for dinner. I am so sick and tired of these influencers being so tone deaf. When it comes to being aware and realizing what's going on in the world right now and looking around and saying, hey, now's a good time to travel, infuriates me. So it's bad enough when influencers are traveling, but let me rant for a second about Bits of Brie. This lady decided that it would be a good idea. First of all, she puts out this stupid video saying that they're moving to Hawaii. They're not moving to Hawaii. They're going to stay there for a few months and then they're going to go back to Ohio. They're not moving to Hawaii, first of all. Second of all, and if they do, then I'll come back and correct myself and say that I'm wrong. But I'm 95% sure that they are not moving to Hawaii. But the second part of that is to say that she decided that it would be a great idea to put her family on a plane to hike their asses over to Hawaii with a newborn child. And I think they have 2 other kids, young children, and a newborn. And her husband going on a plane, going into the airport, going into these dirty, contaminated places. The only people that should be in airports or traveling right now are people who have to travel for their jobs, or God forbid, if someone had a passing in the family that they needed to travel for or something along those lines. We're all bored, okay? We're all bored. We're all tired of sitting in the house. We're all getting stir crazy. There are people who have the luxury of being able to travel, and even they know better, and they don't have kids. The Ace family flew as well. Now, they flew on a private jet because they're out of control rich. But why are we traveling? I don't want to hear about this, we're bored, we have cabin fever. These people have massive homes. And even taking Ace family out of the scenario, even if you look at someone like Bits of Brie or Tiffany Beeston, where they would like to call their homes mediocre. Those are McMansions to most Americans. Those are not small, middle class homes. These are McMansions that have plenty of room. So I don't want to hear about we're bored, our kids are bored, our kids need a break. You're not only putting yourselves at risk, but you're putting other people at risk by gallivanting about just because you're fucking bored. I wish that boredom was my number one complaint in life. How about that? Anyway, I'm going to run in CVS, grab these mascaras, and I will be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. I really didn't buy anything super exciting, but I did get 2 of my... So the lash fibers that I use come in a kit like this. It comes with a mascara and then the fibers. So don't care for the mascara. It's average. It's not bad, but I just have others that I like. And it also gives me additional products to donate and make sure they don't go to waste. The other thing is I bought a backup of my Vichy Mineral 89. This is a humectant for the skin. And I use this in place of like a hyaluronic acid serum. So I apply it to wet skin. This is similar to the Hada Labo Premium Essence that I've talked about. This is also kind of similar to the Red Earth Deep Dive Water Cream. So the way that I use products like this is I wash my face, and before I dry the water off of my skin, I slap on a hyaluronic acid humectant and then go over top of that with my standard moisturizer. At first, I was considering not buying the Vichy in the CVS store, but because I saw the price and I was like, ooh, $29, that seems like a lot. Maybe I can save some money if I buy it on Amazon instead. But I checked the price on Amazon and it was the same exact price on Amazon. I need gas. I should have gotten gas earlier. I'll do it on my way home. So it was the same exact price, literally $29.50, and at CVS they had some coupons for $5 off. They did expire on December 31st of 2020, but I asked the manager, I was like, hey, if I try to use this and it doesn't work, will you still honor it? And he said yes, but it ended up working when I used self-checkout, so it was all good. I saved $5. So I paid, call it $25 for the bottle, and that is a big bottle. It's almost 1.7 fluid ounces. And since I use it in rotation with other products, it will definitely last me a long time. And I have a bottle that I still have like half left. So this one won't be opened for probably another couple of months, but I have it and it's all good. I try to not hoard skincare unless it's something that I know that I'm really, really into and I use consistently, because obviously skincare goes bad quickly, and with a lot of active ingredients, especially with like vitamin C, retinol, glycolic acid, you don't want to just like stockpile those products if you're not planning on using them within, you know, a reasonable amount of time from purchasing. Even if they're stored properly in a cool, dry place with no sunlight, I still wouldn't want to hold on to it for, 8 months or 9 months and then start using it, because those active ingredients most of the time are better when used in close succession to when you buy them. So with like my vitamin C serum that I use, I'll only buy a backup of that once my bottle is down to like a quarter of what I have left or whatever. So the other thing is, speaking of skincare, so let's talk about a video that I did last month talking about Catherine McBroom's 1212 Gateway skincare line. You guys, I got completely ratioed for that video, and I'm not telling you that like, oh, poor me, pity me. No, not at all. In fact, I think it's somewhat comical because it was a bunch of kids in my comments section like, you're a hater. I'm like, I mean, okay, and you're brainwashed by a family vlogger. Like, honestly, if you want to leave comments like that, I really don't care. Like, make it constructive. If you're gonna leave a comment, at least try to have a conversation. But I also realize that these are just like teenagers who think that Catherine is like the best thing since sliced bread. So I also realize that I can't really reason with some of them. But either way, I was sitting back thinking, I'm like, okay, what if I was a little too harsh with Catherine? If I see some estheticians or doctors talk about the skincare line and they give it their stamp of approval, and I hear that things are going well for customers as well, then I'll come back and I'll say, like, look, good job, Catherine. You've proved me wrong, and it is what it is. But just like everything else with the Ace family, her skincare launch was a disaster. Essentially, the products did sell out, but that was expected. I knew that they would sell out because they have so many fans who will just buy, a brown paper bag if it's being sold by the Ace family. That's just their fans. Like, they'll buy anything. So anyway, I knew that it would sell out, which it did. And then people started getting their products in the UPS or whatever. The people that did receive their products, the products were trashed. The actual products came out of the cardboard packaging. There were things that were tousled all around. There were, pieces of paint that were chipped off of the glass bottles. Everything was a disaster. But the bigger problem is not the people that received their products and things were messy. That's bad. But if the product is still usable, as long as it wasn't opened or broken, you know, whatever. If that's what you want to do, go for it. However, there were a large quantity of people who bought the product when it launched, and they have still not received their items in the mail or in the UPS or whatever, however they're shipped. I don't know. You guys, this brand was launched. I'll put the date on the screen. I think that it was in mid-December. We're basically in mid-January in 2 days. Today is January 13th. You guys, to launch a brand, Ace Family is wealthy enough where they should be hiring companies to fulfill orders to make sure that if customers are giving you their hard-earned money, that people are actually going to receive their shitty product that they paid for. Okay? This is absolutely ridiculous that they would take money from people and not make sure that there was a plan in place for the products to actually reach the customers. If you are selling products to anyone, you better make damn sure that the majority of people are receiving their products. Now, I will say, completely understand that USPS has been backed up. I've experienced some things myself where there's been delays. That's a small portion of things. And on top of it, when you buy something and you don't receive it, and you contact customer service and customer service doesn't give you a response, what kind of company are you running here? That's my real question. What kind of company are you running where you are taking money from people, especially in the middle of a and you're not fulfilling orders, and when they ask questions, nobody's there? All right, we're in the parking garage, clearly. So that's my whole thing, is just, okay, if you're going to sell the products, fine. But how in the hell are people supposed to even trust you if they can't even get their products? I'm not going to talk for a whole lot longer because I realize that this lighting is terrible, and plus I need to get back to work. But instead of coming to her audience, Catherine, as the business owner, instead of coming to her audience and doing either an Instagram live, a YouTube live, a YouTube video, an Instagram video, and talking to her audience and saying, hey guys, I realize that a lot of you haven't received your products. This is something that I'm actively working on with my team. These are the steps that we're taking to ensure that everyone's taken care of. We've also enlisted the help of additional customer service staff so that when you send your questions in, they will be answered within 48 hours or, even say 72 hours. Instead of doing that, this woman decides to take her family to Mexico in the middle of a pandemic, flying private jets and making TikToks of her stupid brand, splashing water on her products in a pool in Mexico. These are the people that y'all, maybe not y'all, but you know what I mean, are supporting. Why are these people respected and given support time after time when they have been proven to scam their fans and send out shitty products or take your money and then not tell you where your products are? Why are these people allowed to continue to collect your money? I'll tell you why. It's because they have a young audience base who is lusting after this family and looking up to them for all the wrong reasons. It frustrates me beyond belief to think that anyone would take anyone's money and then just disappear. And it's not something that I heard from one person who made one YouTube video. There are countless comments on Instagram. Now, in my personal opinion, allegedly, I think that those, a lot of the comments are being deleted because it obviously reflects really poorly on the brand. But this is ridiculous, you guys. Like, if you want a good skincare, you know, regimen or whatever routine, you can build an amazing skincare routine by going to the drugstore. Look at Dr. Dre. Look at James Welsh. You can build a skincare routine at the drugstore, and you don't have to pay this shitty family vlogger who can't even have a successful launch, but yet they're doing their third restock. No, that's not okay in my opinion. So anyway, time to get back to work. If you guys like the video, please leave me a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.